So this is my Gohan burn 10 hit combo deck. This is similar to my to the deck I ended up taking to the to that Jersey tournament that one time. So the only difference is I didn't have the Violent Rays or the Kaioken Goku. Definitely didn't have the Exploding Weakness Vegeta in the deck, and I didn't have heroic Heron's lineage, but I had everything else. Oh, definitely not testing opposition because it didn't exist at the time. But I had everything else. But now, of course, we have testing opposition. I still don't own the Violent Rays. I use Power of the People instead for now as a substitute until I do get. I am interested in the reprinted version of this card, so I do have it in my cards. I did just get paid today, so I probably will order it tonight or something after I go to sleep. Go to work and just bang, order or something. So I will be ordering it soon, so at least I have it. Yeah, I do have the Exploding Weakness Vegetas and the Kaioken Gokus, so I do have those to use. Got the Big 8 and stuff. I do have Heron's lineage after that event and stuff, so I do have, and of course Piccolo Jr. So I have a lot, because I didn't have Piccolo Jr. at the time, and I wish I did. It was this card, Piccolo Jr., Unison, Violent Rays, and Kaioken Goku that I really needed at that time. Would have made a huge difference. But this is just like a vamped up version. So the leader, at the end of this video, you will see a duel. So stay tuned to see some, see one duel of me using this deck against the Rainbow Barter deck. Because I just finished that match, so I just finished playing it, and now I'm doing the deck profile. Anyway, leader, active main, once per turn, burst 2, choose one card from your life, add it to your hand, and then if your opponent has 5 or more life, deal them 1 damage. So the most you can do with this is get your opponent down to 4 life. Right off the bat, if you go first or second, you'll trigger this ability, and both you and your opponent will be playing with 7. We'll start off with 7 life, right? Because you'll deal them with damage, and you'll create yourself. You'll take a life, and you'll get 2 cards in the drop. They can help you obviously go for your overwhelm play, which you will see those things in the gameplay. You will see that in action. We'll see my turn 1, my turn 2, the stuff that I was able to pull off. But of course, this leader is not perfect. It's good, but it's not perfect. King Vegeta definitely is better in some regards. Launch definitely, she puts in work with her abilities. So one of my matchups at the event was against Launch. I did really good, but Launch out hand advantaged me, right? Because I didn't have the ability to replenish my hand. If I had King Piccolo, however, that would have been a different story. Not only that, if I had Kaioken Goku, that would have been a different story because I would have been able to board wipe, clear my opponent's board, and I would have had the advantage in that regards. Because I would have been able to get the extra turns to play this card and win. I never got a chance to drop this card. The game always ended before I got to turn 5, so I was always able to stall to turn 4, but wasn't able to get to turn 5. And if I did get to turn 5, then I would have been able to win out with this because it wasn't that hard to get my opponent down to 1 and finish them off with this. So that was the initial strategy. Anyway, when you have 4 or less life, draw 2 cards and flip this card over. So that's, one of, other than the active main to draw a card, right, to take a life as a draw, and then draw 2 when you awaken. Or when you're on the front side, you're going to be letting your opponent hit you so you can get to 4 and then awaken to draw 2s. And that's how you get your hand advantage, right? That's how you get your hand. Because I literally was in one of my matches, I literally had 0 cards in my hands, and my opponent was like, "How many cards do you have?" I was like, "I have none." But I was at 6 life, was it 7? So something like that. My life was pretty high. Yeah, I think it was 7. Yeah, it was 7 because I took 3, so it brought me down to 4, and then I awakened, so I had 5. That's how I had 5 cards in my hands. Yeah, so I was at 7 life, and he hit me for 3. I awakened, drew 2, so I ended up with 5 cards. and I was able to, you know, uh, you know, continue the game. I had no cards in my hand, but suddenly in one turn I had cards in my hand. That's the point I'm making. So that's the thing with that. On his Awakened side, he does have the ability to finally draw, but you have to have Sparking 5. We do Overwhelm in here, so a lot of times we Overwhelm on turn 1. So when you do Awaken, sometimes you might not have 5 cards in your drop, but a lot of times you do. In the gameplay, you will see that even after I Overwhelm this on turn 2, I think I played it, you will see that by turn 3 or 4, something like that, turn 3, I did have the ability to draw. I did have 5 more cards in the drop, mostly because of like crit damage and stuff like that. So that was a thing. And this has an alliance effect. We never really use that. And then it's active main. Once per turn, Sparking 5, so you still gotta have 5 cards in your drop in order to activate these effects. Choose 3 cards in your hand, place them into your dropper, so you discard 3 cards, and then choose all of your red and green battle cards, both of the chosen cards, and they get 10k power for the duration turn. So pretty much all your red and green cards, battle cards, they get 10k power boost. So they all essentially get super comboed, which is nice when you're going wide. When you drop a Bodyguard Electric for free, get the Nappa out there for free, get the Khalifas out there for just 1 energy with the, get 2 of them out there with Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr. And turn them into 20k body, so you have 2 20ks, 1 20k there, and then another 25k, along with the leader will get, right, the leader gets a boost, and this card gets 10k, yeah. And the leader gets the 10k boost. So the leader will be a 25k. This will be 25k, 20, 20, 20. So you get a lot of good numbers, right? A lot of good numbers. 20 is a good starting number. And if you have, some cards in your hands, then you can obviously combo and get them beyond 20, swinging your opponent. So it's a, simple, straightforward strategy. So that's the leader's effect. All right, moving on. Awakened Warrior Bardock. Overwhelm 4, so you have to have 4 more cards in your drop, and then you send your drop area to the warp to play this card for free, and then auto, when you play this card using Overwhelm, this card gains double strike, so it's a 20k double strike. Good old Bardock. A free 20k is always good, especially replacing the Bardock's Resolute. Even though he was limited to 1, I'm not gonna play it because I don't want to play 1. I want to play 4 Bardock Resolute. So I'm back to Awakened Warrior Bardock. Goku Savagery Awakened, which ironically in the gameplay you will see that I end up drawing a different Goku Savagery. Apparently there is another Goku Savagery. So somewhere when I was making the deck, somehow I ended up with a yellow 4-drop, Goku Savagery Ape, and it's like, wait, that's not the red one. Remember, I was 1 turn away. I was like, I definitely got to turn 4. I was like 1 turn away, and my goal was to try to get to turn 5. Which I'm thinking, did I get to turn 5? Can't remember. And no, I don't think I got to turn 5. But it was the fact that it's like, man, if I did, I would have been able to play this. Yeah, I definitely didn't get to turn 5. I would have played this and, burn my opponent for 1. Which didn't matter much because he was at 4 at the time. But, one of the rare occasions where I don't get my opponent down to 2. I was close. He should have been down to 2, but shit happens. The Bardock deck is really good, so definitely was a challenge. This has Deflect, 25k. Auto, place 2 cards from your life into your drop, deal your opponent 1 damage. This is nice because, having Deflect, you don't have to worry about Gasoline Trunks, for example. So you can play this when your opponent has 1 life and just win right off of the bat, or play this, deal him 1 damage, and then swing with this because it is a 25k body, and throw in a Nappa, for example, and try to go in for the kill. Another thing you can do, obviously, is play this, right, to burn your opponent for 1, and then when your leader's awakened, pitch 3 cards, so that way your leader plus all your red and green battle cards, and he is a red battle card, will get an extra 10k, so at least it'll be a 35k swing at your opponent's leader. That's if you don't, so happen to have Nappa, right? So the leader somewhat has a way to super combo your board and your leader. So that's pretty nice. I like that aspect of the leader, that I have an ability to make my battle cards stronger. I just need to get more of them on the field. That's the only thing, right? The more I can get out, the better. Double checking. Yeah, this says. This does have to do with color, obviously. So tokens don't have color. So token engine wouldn't work. But anyway, moving on. So of course, this is our burn win con, right? Our main strategy is to burn our opponent for game. Much easier than attacking for game, right? Then we have Exploiting Weakness Vegeta. Counterplay, pretty much the only counterplay I really like to play. Your opponent plays a card, you play this card, right? Permanent, if your leader card is red, which it is, reduce the cost of this card by 2, so it costs 3 to play. Auto, when you play this card, choose your opponent's battle cards and they get minus 20k power for the duration of turn. And if it's your opponent's turn when you play this, choose up to your one of your leader cards, and it gets plus 5k power for the duration of turn. So this can be a Senzu Bean on your leader, so your leader will be a 20k on the Awakened side when you play this, as well as your minus 20k from all your opponent's battle cards, which could slow your opponent down greatly, maybe potentially give you an extra turn, which I'm trying to think. I think I got an extra turn, right? Did I get an extra turn? Or did I lose that turn? I can't remember. You'll see it in the gameplay. I'm trying to remember if I... Yeah, I lost that turn. The turn in which I did play this, I did lose that turn. So then there's the Kaioken Goku. It has Deflect, which is always nice, right? To avoid that God Sealing Trunks. 15k auto. When you play this card from your hand, choose all your opponent's battle cards with 20k power or less and KO them. So another board wipe. Of course, there's a potential board wiping your opponent, not just weakening their battle cards, but has the ability to board wipe them, which is always good. Especially board wipe them on their turn where they're tapped out, and then on your turn, make some plays, right? Do some good stuff if things work out, right? And then active main, pay 2 red if your leader card is red, which is discard this card from your hand to the drop area. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and it gets minus 25k power for the turn. So it's a good way of weakening a battle card with barrier. So it's good, to deal with any problematic barrier hate. Battle card with barrier. So this is some barrier hate right there. Plus has board wiping capabilities. Then we got Topo. Righteous Aid, counter attack. Choose one card from your hand, discard it. And then negate the attack, and then play this card. Permanent, if it's your opponent's turn, reduce the cost of this card in your hand by 2. So it costs 2 to play on your opponent's turn. And auto, if it's your opponent's turn, when you play this card, for the duration of the turn, your opponent can't attack unless they choose 2 cards from their hands and place them into the drop area each time they attack. After you negate the end attack with Topo, obviously. And he's a 20k buyer, so that's always good. So pretty much he, helps you try to buy another turn, just like if you use Vegeta Exploiting Weakness, right, you can, potentially buy another turn. If you're fortunate enough. Sometimes you might not get an extra turn even with playing it. And then we got Bodyguard Electric. A 15k blocker, which is nice, that you can play for free if you have no battle cards and your opponent does. There was a play that I was about to drop Awakened Warrior Bark, but then I took it back because I actually didn't warp anything yet. I just put the card on the field, and I took it back. I was like, oops, what I really want to do is play this for free, then drop this. And then I forgot to play this after I warped my my warp area and I started attacking my bodyguard legend. I was like, oops, I didn't mean to play this afterwards. So what I did was still play this first for free, then play this, and then have the potential to do 3 extra damage on top of the unison swing and the leader swing, because I did have the unison in play. So that was right there, potential 5 damage, and my opponent was at 5, something like that. My opponent was at 5 when I did that, and I was trying to get them down to, I got them down to 4. And I was trying to get them down to 2, with Logic, Leader Swing. That didn't work out. Then I tried to get them down to 2 with Bardock. That also didn't work out. But I was close. So there's that. Where am I at? I'm not there. I'm at Logic. Alright. And Caulifla, 10k skill, red battle card. Obviously it goes with Goku Jr., Vegeta Jr., Saiyan Scions for their -1 ability to play up to 2 skills battle cards with 10k power. With that are 1 drop, and this is the 1 drop. So you bring out 2 of her and swing. This is usually good. Obviously turn 1. This is like basic turn 1 play you want to do. But I didn't get to do that because instead of drawing this, I drew 1 of her. Then later on, I drew another 1 of her, and it's like, that's not good. Or did I burst? I think that's what it was. I burst. I drew 1 of this, charged her as energy, and then I burst 2, and then 1 of her went to the drop. It's like, okay, I guess I'm not doing this strategy. Turn 1. But this is obviously, so you can play with this, and you attack with this first, of course, because it is a 10k body. Then do the -1 ability. You're playing this for 1 energy, by the way. Then bring out 2 of these and attack with them. So you get 3 attacks for 1 energy. Can't go wrong with that on turn 1, plus your leader's burn effect, plus the leader swing. That's potential 5 damage turn 1, just with this 1 unison and your leader. So leader's ability. The first thing you want to do, right? Little pro tip, right? Because the leader bursts. What you want to do is, obviously, first off, you mulligan this because you want this back in the deck. And I try to put this, try to make sure that was in the deck. Play this. -1. Play this for 1. Swing with it first, right? Then -1 to bring out 2 Cauliflas out. Then use the leader's ability to burst 2, draw, take 1 life, and burn your opponent for 1. And then attack with the Cauliflas, attack with the leader, that kind of stuff. If you have Logic, attack with him. Usually it's best to attack with him last after your opponent awakens, if they awaken, because he is a 15k body. But while your opponent's not awakened, you want to swing with all your 10ks, your leader, your Cauliflas, and your Goku Saiyan Scions, because they're all 10ks. And you'll see in the video that my opponent doesn't hesitate to take damage, or at least the first 4 damage. After that, he's a tough cookie. So there's that. And then we have Hidden Power Supreme Kai. I definitely want to use this turn 2. Should have technically used it instead of playing the Piccolo Jr. Should have waited. But anyway, I did what I did. You'll see. Auto. You combo this for 1 energy. You get 10k power, of course. And it has auto. Then when you combo with this card, choose up to 1 of your attacking cards, and it gets double strike. So the double strike is optional. But usually, obviously, I use it. Then we have Nappa, Demolition Man, super combo. If your leader card is red or green, it's red, so obviously we're using it. At the end of the battle in which you combo with this card, play this card from your hand. If you combo this card from your hand, play this card, but you play it from your drop, obviously, after your combo. So, and you play it in active mode, so you can use it to combo again from your battle area, or attack with it. Obviously, you'll see me use it to attack. And this was obviously an important play that I did with the leader in order to get an extra attack too. So he definitely dealt damage, which is what I do use him for the most. It's a free 10k body, plus the free 10k combo power. Obviously, you'll see how that was used. And then we have testing that position. Counter attack if your leader card is mono red, which it is. Negate the attack. Play one Cyberman token with 5k power, 0 combo, and 5k combo power. So 0 cost, 5k combo power. Right, and it has blocker. So you could potentially stop up to 2 attacks with this card. Permanent, if your life is 5 or less, which is not that hard with this leader, right? You can activate this card's counter skill from your hand by adding 1 card from your life to your hand instead of paying the cost of this card. And if you have multiple copies, of course, and the life to pay for the multiple copies, you can play multiple copies and stop up to 2 attacks per each copy. So you could potentially stop 4 or more attacks in a single turn. Also, the whole fact that you could take a life, obviously, in order to awaken, and you want to awaken and get to your awaken side as soon as possible. You definitely want to get down to 5 and then use this specifically to help you get to the point of being able to self-awaken and draw 2 cards and be on your awaken side, so you can start drawing from your awaken side and get some of your benefits, because the front side useless. And you'll see I literally had a turn where I did nothing because there was nothing to do. I couldn't awaken. There wasn't much to play for my hand, so there was not much to do for that one turn. And then we have Violent Rays. This card came in late. It was already too late for me to use it. Would have been helpful, but it gave me an extra turn. Counter attack leader card. If your leader card is red, which it is, negate the attack. You may choose 1 card from your hand, discard it. If you do, choose one of these abilities. Your opponent can't attack with battle cards with 20k power or more for the turn, or your opponent can't attack with unison cards with 20k power or more for the turn. Normally we use the battle card part of the effect, but I have used the unison part a couple times in certain situations. Goku Jr., Vegeta Jr., Saiyan Scions. We use this for its -1 ability that lets us play up to 2 skillless battle cards with energy cost of 1 from our deck or drop area, and then we shuffle our deck if we look through it. And of course, we definitely use this to grab the Khalifas from our decks, so for deck thinning, so that when we start drawing with our leader awaken side and our Piccolo Jr., we'll start drawing a whole bunch of our other stuff. We don't want to draw skillets, obviously. We want to take the skillets out our deck and turbo them out through this card effect and use them, preferably turn 1. Because turn 1, turn 2 is the best time to go in and try to do as much damage as possible, because after that, it's going to be harder to deal damage because your opponent's going to have a whole bunch of stuff that they can play to try to stop you. You'll see how that plays out. So there's that. That's all we really do with that Scion Unison, so I'm not going to explain the other effects it has. Piccolo Jr., Descendant of the King. Auto, when your opponent activates a counter skill like counter attack, counter play, counter, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with 15k power or less and KO it. You can use this effect against like test opposition, for example. Because once they play this, they'll get the token. You use your auto to KO the token, so they don't have the token to block with. So that way they don't get to stop 2 attacks with 1 card. They can only stop 1 attack, right? So that's one usefulness of this card. This auto is not once per turn, so it can trigger multiple times in case your opponent tries to play multiple of these a turn, for example. And it's just nice to get rid of any 15k or less battle card just for your opponent making a play. They make a play and then you benefit from it. Typically your opponent's going to use a counter attack, so that's most common counter your opponent's going to play is a counter attack, so this effect would be active at some point. +1 ability, add a marker, draw a card, which is good because the more markers this thing has, the longer it can survive on the field, right? So it'll take multiple attacks to take it down. And then the -2 ability, choose up to 1 of your red battle cards with Energy cost 3 or less. Choose all your opponent's battle cards with power less than or equal to the chosen card and KO them, and this card gains Rejuvenate. So this essentially acts as another board wipe. Bodyguard Allergic, is a target you can use, because the funny thing is, obviously, you can play this for 2, right? Get it out there, get the Allergic out there. You can swing with this because it is a 15k body. Swing with this because it's 15k body, and try to deal some damage to your opponent's leader. Then do this card's -2 ability, targeting the Bodyguard Allergic to wipe your opponent's board. So you could do this. You could board wipe your opponent as soon as turn 2 by playing this and this for free. Because obviously, if they have battle cards, they'll have battle cards. So of course you can play this for free. Pay 2 to play this. Try to go in, get some attacks to go through. Swing at your opponent's leader, and then use this to do its -2 ability to clear your opponent's board. If you have a second copy of this, obviously equip it so you can get a marker. So you have 3 markers. So when you do the -2, you'll still have this on the field, so that we can take advantage of his auto at least for his at least be able to take advantage of his auto. So it's a good way of keeping him on the field in that regards. But you can board wipe us 15k or less as soon as turn 2 with just these 2 cards. So they have synergy, which is always nice. So there's that. And then we have Heron's Lineage. We use it for its secondary active main, where if your opponent has 3 or more energy, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and gain control with energy cost 7 or less, and gain control of it. So that's what we use from that card. So for 1 energy, you can play this card because it's active battle. So it's active battle. Sorry, active battle ability. You pay 1 to play this active battle ability, and choose one of your opponent's battle cards 7 cost or less and take control of it. Usually, you'll use this on a battle card that's attacking you, especially if they're attacking you for game. You can use this to save yourself from losing. It's a good generic card. Being able to take your opponent's battle card and use it against them to go for game is always good, and being able to do it for 1 energy is always nice. This doesn't ignore barrier, so obviously you can't grab anything that has barrier, but just tons of 7 cost or less battle cards you can steal from your opponent. Hopefully it's in active mode. Hopefully the card is in active mode, so that way you could attack with it. Typically you play this on your opponent's turn, so you can use it defensively and then use their battle card against them offensively. So it's that kind of stuff. But you could use this on your turn. So hopefully there is a battle card in active mode that you could take advantage. A good play would be to play Topo, to try to get that extra turn. Your opponent's like, oh, I'm not going to attack because I don't want to lose cards from my hands from Topo's effect. Alright, good, because that means you still have battle cards in active mode. And then on my turn, draw, charge, swing, leader, or with whatever I have, and then trigger this active battle and take a battle card and then swing with the battle card and all that good stuff. And that's the end of the video. And you'll see gameplay after this, obviously, so stay tuned. Alright, so okay, cool, it does zoom in. Alright, so Andres Herrera, sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but he wants to see some webcam matches. I'm assuming he means he wants to see more gameplay, but if he actually means actual webcam matches, like playing on webcam or something. Currently, I don't have that luxury to do webcam duels at the moment, but the best I can do, obviously, is untap, which is good enough because all it is just me playing the game against somebody else, right? The difference between webcam and untap is the obviousness of having all the cards, right? All the cards you want to play. I can play a deck, so let's see this person. Okay, the person just got there, so let's play them. You know, I can play stuff that I don't even have. Like, you know, that's the cool thing about Untap, is that I can test out certain things. I could play cards that I wish I had, but don't have. Right? So, double checking, making sure I'm recording. Cool. Alright. I just got off a 10-hour shift. It's daytime. Definitely want to. Did he roll dice? No. Oh, yes, he did. He rolled dice. He got 10. Alright, so let me roll my d20. I got a 2, so he'll be going first. So there you go. Alright. I draw that 6 cards. Hopefully you can hear me clearer. And like I was saying, I just got off of work. This and that. I'm tired. I should actually be sleeping, not playing Dragon Ball Super. But I like the game. It's fun. Alright, so yeah, I got a pretty good hand. Oh no, but not good enough. Alright, so get rid of the defensive cards. So I'll get rid of the topo. Alright, I'll keep the stuff I could do damage with. Alright, so 3 main cards, as you can see. So it's important to understand, you know, mulligan, especially for my decks. Oh, did I just... Oh, Jesus Christ. I really just did that. I meant to shuffle. Trying to talk and do it at the same time. That's a good combination. This is why normally I just play so I can focus and not be distracted by trying to talk while playing. I was to say, like, damn, did I draw the same hand? I hate that I drew that. This hand's not bad, but that should have been Saiyan Scion. Okay. Oops. Wrong option. Trying to add my life. Alright. He's going first. Right. Good luck, have fun. Okay. Alright. So I'm going up against Bardock. Rainbow Bardock. So that's cool. Hey. Going up against a new deck, that's awesome. Get a little bit of experience, you know, seeing the deck in action, since I haven't made a deck for this leader yet. So let me highlight the leader for you so you can read it. He's playing that card. He played that card too fast. Play that card. And let's see. Should be able to show you the other card, right? That was the card. That was that. That's what. No, that's in his energy. Oh, damn. Where's the card that he added? That's weird. It showed it, but it's not there. Alright. It's my turn. So I draw for turn. Alright, so obviously all these cards are good to keep, so the automatic charge, because that should have been in the deck, obviously is going to be Khalifa. I'll activate the leader's ability, where I burst 2 first. It's been a while since I played this, so sorry if damn, I just drew them. Shit. It's supposed to be burst. And there's a Khalifa too. Like, well, that's not good. I guess I'm not doing Scions anytime soon. I mean, I can get it from the drop, but okay. Then add to my hand. And he understands that he takes 1 damage. Okay. And then I swing with the leader. Sucks he didn't play a battle card. Would have dealt more damage if he did. Attack my leader to his leader. Tap this. Double strike. And do the Nappa. Because obviously I want another body on board. See, I would have dealt more damage. Or at least try to do 4 damage. Turn 1 would have been good. Sorry, the computer's acting up. Alright, so that is 30k double strike. He's more likely going to take it. They always do. Boop, boop. See? Proving my point. Alright. So you notice I was able to do 3 damage. I'm swinging with that. Swing with that. So let's see what he does. And then no response. So let's see. Either he takes the damage or he doesn't. It's up to him. But if he takes it, which he does, bang, see? 4 damage turn 1. Like I always say, first 4 damage is the easiest. I end my turn. The first 4 damage is the easiest. The next 2 is going to require a little effort. I got a Supreme Kai, so I should be able to deal the next 2 damage next turn. Try to sneak it in real quick, right? Hopefully I can Bodyguard Logic and then Supreme Kai, bang, get a 25k double strike to go through, and he'll be down to 2 life. Before I even get to turn 3, which is the basic thing I do. Nothing new here, nothing special. It's just me doing what I do. And then it's up to him to, he's thinking, okay, and he has to try to stop me from dealing the last 2 damage. You know what I mean? So we'll see if he can do it. See if he can do it. Okay, he's doing something, but I don't know what he is. He's attacking, right? Okay, no response. I'm not stopping there. If Nappa dies, Nappa dies. I don't care. Nappa already did his job. The whole idea was a free 10k body so I can hit my opponent. Yo, that'd be crazy. They banned Nappa because he's free, like they did to some of my other free cards I used to play. Oh yeah, I don't care. And like I said, if he kills Nappa, that's cool. The funny thing is that, damn, why is that not going to drop? The funny thing is that I don't like the Bardic is a 5k. I'm taking advantage that he's a 5k right now, obviously, but I really don't like that he's a 5k. Like, that's so disrespectful. And he's in a Super Saiyan form on the front, but when you awaken him, he's not in his Super Saiyan form. What kind of bullshit is that? But he's 15k on his awakened form when he's not in Super Saiyan. Does that make sense? It don't make sense. Come on, Bandai. Make it make sense. Jesus Christ. You're like one of my favorite characters. You know, it's Bardic. It's the father of Goku. He's a badass. Oh, speaking of Bardic. The disrespect. Well, I definitely want to play my Unison. Topo's so good. So I'm going to have to give up testing that position because Topo's so good. Definitely going to need it to stall to try to get to turn 5. I should be able to win sooner than later, right? But you will never know. Alright, so no more burning because my point is less than 5. But now this obviously is for a couple reasons he's in the deck. Obviously, one is so that way I can have a draw engine because he replaces the fact that the leader does not draw on the front side. Alright. Double checking my drop. I mean, the cool thing is there's a number, so I already know there's 4 cards in drop, so I can already overround. What I need to do is force him into really wish I could play this Supreme Kai, but I really wanted to get this out here. I got 2 attacks, so I could do 2 damage. Even if I only do 1, it's enough. +1. Oops. Yeah, he's just letting me know I'm supposed to +1 for the draw. He thinks that that's beneficial to him. Like, no, it's not beneficial to you for me to get a marker. It's a bad thing I'm getting a marker. You want me not to gain markers. But fair is fair. We gotta play the game legitly. I'm supposed to get a marker. Was that a super combo or something? I'm having trouble seeing what was it that he played. He's playing some stuff and I barely can see what it is. What is it? Damn, he gave up the god himself. No. This is a different one. That's weird. That's almost the exact same name as a 10 drop. Oh no, I'm thinking Gogeta. That's the difference. Gogeta. Prismatic Burst. Negate skills. Okay, negate skills of what? I'm a little confused. Negate skills of what? And I don't know. This probably made him what? Maybe an 11? Okay, so I'm assuming he's stronger. So he's stronger. Yeah, I don't know what a lot of these cards do. So the idea is that leader does get strong on the front side, based off the different colors. Because he didn't take a hit. I expected him to. I'll just say okay to negate skills. I don't know what skills he's referring to. A little confused. Cause I want to do my Wake and Warrior Bark, but if he's negating my skills in general. Alright. Active main. Send this card to its owner's warp. Choose up to one black, blah blah blah. Okay, so that doesn't negate an effect at the end of the battle in which the card was comboed. Put it in rest mode, then choose up to one of your opponent's unison cards to negate skills. Oh, okay. He's negating the unison skills. Okay. That's irrelevant, because it's just an attack and I already did my skill. My counter is the only thing I'm negating. Attack with my leader to your leader and see what happens. And then I say, just in case, throw in this. Because I actually don't know if he's stronger. I noticed he said 11k earlier. The fact that he's comboing, and it's a super combo on top of that, so that's good. I'd rather him play it now instead of saving it for later. So how strong is he now? Is he 22, 23, whatever? I'm assuming he's a little bit stronger than 15k, so that's... The thing is, I need to know... Okay, I should read the card so I can know how strong he is. For each card color in your battle area... Oh, it's battle area, not energy... Oh, and energy area, so it does count energy area. Okay, so black, yellow, so that's 2. There's green, so that's 3. And there's blue, that's 4. 2. Oh, that's why he has the 8, as in 800, 8k boost. 8k, so 8k to his 5k, so he's 13k. Okay, so he's 13k. Okay. Well, time to overrun. Wow, I got him in this position. Such a noob. I should have freaking... Ooh. Sorry. I'm gonna admit, I'm definitely taking that playback because I want to play Bodyguard Logic because finally he got a battle card. Now I want to warp, so I'm taking a playback. He says no problem, so this is all good in the hood. He's accepting the game state since I didn't actually do anything, but I am doing something now. It's just the fact that I'm treating my freaking... I know there's probably a faster way of doing this. Sorry that I'm doing this slow, because in real life it'd be faster. I just grab my whole drop area and send it to the warp. I know there's a faster way, just sort of noob when it comes to this platform. I really should learn the basics of the controls, the shortcuts. Alright, and then now swing with this to the leader. My goal is to at least get him down to 2 right now, which would be cool. If not, that's okay. I'll try it next turn, but this is the goal. Oh yeah. Oops. Oops. Oh, sorry. I'm distracted. Oops. I didn't mean to. Obviously, I was overwhelming. Sorry. Yep. It shouldn't be hard to out combo. You just need 5k, if I'm right. But he's gonna do 10k, ain't he? He's gonna do 10k unnecessarily, unless he's trying to rival play. He's doing something. Oh, Senzubin. Yeah, he only needs 5k to out combo, right? Because he's 18 now. Yeah, so he was 13 plus 5. Okay, and then of course the infamous Senzubin play. Alright, which lets him stay at 18, so he's 18. See, I don't want to give up my topo though. He can. That's the thing, right? I hate comboing. This is why I don't combo and shouldn't combo because I'm giving up good resources. I'm giving up something that could potentially save my ass. So, okay. Whatever that is. He's doing a lot of untapping, that's for sure. Choose one multi-color card in your energy, turn it to its own hand, then when you combo with this card, choose one card from your hand, place it into energy in rest mode. Okay. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. There we go. So moving on. So it's cool. You know, he's able to do some good stuff. You know. Have an 18k leader? You know what I mean? Just that's my boy Barter. Alright, so that makes up for it. Because I really did like, oh, why is he 5k? Disrespect. But the fact that in this deck he gets stronger and stronger, he hasn't awakened yet and already he feels like a 15k leader. Like he feels problematic. And the fact that he can get to like 20k on the front side alone, that's ridiculous. Ridiculously good. So I can't wait to eventually build this deck. Alright, so he plays his Unison. Technically, we all know I should have just saved that double strike for late game, but I'm trying to take advantage of getting as much damage in early because if I wait too long to try to get damage in, you saw that he did everything he could to stop me. Okay. He did finally awaken the leader, even though he had the advantage on the front side, but okay. Does he get stronger on the back side? 2 plus 2 colors, this card gets 5k power for the battle, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. Okay. -1 marker, because you're 20k. Oh, okay. Oops. Alright. Let's see. This is 15. This was 20. This is 16. So he'll be able to kill my Unison if he wants to swing all the attacks towards it. Double checking. I don't see no double strike, so why would he be? Oh. Oh. Not a double strike. Like, that's the thing. Do you have double strike? Or am I reading the card wrong? Oh, okay. Okay. All right, fair enough. It's just like I said, new cards. So I don't. It's like okay. So if you have four, when this card attacks, resolve the effects below according to the number of non-black cards present among black multicolored cards in your battle area and energy area. Okay, I'll figure that out later. Unison to unison, of course, no response. Well, that was the other thing. He didn't even ask for a response when he attacked the Piccolo the first time, but I actually have nothing, so I'm okay with that. Piccolo put in his work. He gave me a card, and he took 3 hits. And Legic also doing his part. Ironically, I would rather take hits. I'd rather take hits. Because right now that's the only way I'm plussing. Unless I get lucky and draw another what's his name? Bodyguard Legic. Not Bodyguard Legic, the Unison. What happened there? So he sends it to the drop and he plays something. Okay, when this card is played from your hand, draw together and choose one card in your hand and place it at the bottom of your deck. If you're when this card is played from your hand or played in your energy, choose to one card in your opponent's hand. Yeah, I'm a little confused. Wait, you have a black mountain from the other than this card. When this card is in your hand, it's played or placed in your energy, choose up to one in your opponent's hand. On the bottom of their deck, then your opponent draws a card. Except, okay. And then draw. Okay. He didn't hit my topo. I did get my unison, so that's good. Really cool deck. Way too many cheap things, that's for sure. Because seeing a whole bunch of 2 drops, 16k crit, okay. One to drop area. Boop, boop. And there's my Vegeta. There's my Hajita. That's my turn. And somehow he untapped an energy. Okay. A lot of stuff going on over there. I was so thinking of this card, Kaioken Goku, because I saw my Vegeta. I'm like, board white would be so nice, but he's so strong. That's what she said. He's so strong. What to do here? What to do here? If I could keep that, use the ability to get a whole bunch of attackers, but they're weak. So yeah, this is good turn 1, but it's definitely not good later on. So right now it's just energy. Okay, I need to get to 4 life in order to do the whole draw thing. So right now I'm a slight disadvantage. Because I don't have Awaken as an option. This is what sucks with the leader, not to be able to draw, and then the fact that I can't use his burst effect anymore. If my opponent has less than 5. There's nothing I can do with the leader at the moment. All I can do is stall. Alright, end my turn. Just let him attack my leader so I can get some draw. And, then try to make some clap back, please, when I get a chance. Because right now I don't got anything. One of the issues with this leader versus the Vegeta leader, which makes the Vegeta leader basically a better retrained version of the Gohan leader, is the fact that it draws on the front side or search or all that good stuff. That's the thing, is that because with this leader, it's not that hard to lose hand advantage. It's good for an explosive turn 1, right? To go off, get your opponent down to 7, to just start swinging like you saw I was doing. I was throwing everything at plus the kitchen sink to my opponent. But he was able to outplay a lot of my cards, so he was able to stay at 4. And we're already on turn 3. Well, he's on his turn 4, and he's still at 4. Alright, so no response. So I use the draw ability of my leader, awakening ability defensively. It definitely likes to do crit, that's for sure. Okay. I just need to take one more hit and I will plus. And if I have to, I will drop Topo to guarantee I get another turn, that's for sure. Alright, so he's playing something. Super combo plus that. Is this supposed to be? Okay, so he's fusing to a triple attack. Which is okay, so clearly we are going in for the Topo play. Yep, first no response. Alright. So he's a triple attacker, so he could attack more than once. Something's happening. Is he drawing? Yeah, he's getting a lot of effects, so that's probably the whole point of this leader, is that he has a lot of spam. Oh, okay, want to put me in rest mode. Did he pitch 2 cards? Okay, move 1 card to drop. Okay, drop. Okay, so he dropped 2 cards. Okay, so that was the idea. He attacked with leader, so he dropped 2 cards because of Topo. Now he's 20k body, so he's trying to get rid of the Topo. Okay, that's fine. As long as you're dropping 2 cards. Attack my leader so that way I can... Okay. I'm a little confused. Okay. I'm a little confused. You'd think that the idea would be to try to get rid of the Topo so I couldn't use it on a clapback. Oh, it's my turn already? Shit. Oh. Untap everything. I'm so distracted. Okay, I finally got him. Alright, so I'm gonna charge this because I gotta charge something. I don't want to be without energy for later. Alright. So, awaken the leader because there's nothing else I can do with the leader other than awaken. Get that draw 2 so that way I can have options. That's nice that I have that as options. Oh, that's good. Defensively, these are good cards. Okay. I do have 5 cards in my drop, so I do start drawing. Time for drawing. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to focus on trying to deal as much damage as I can. So what you got? Dimension. You got counter attack. Okay, negate the attack and play the. Okay, I'll draw for my leader's effect. What the hell is that? Oh, hell no. That is not the Savage Ape. This is some bullshit. Because we all know that's supposed to be the 5-drop. Go, but 3 more battle cards and use on attacks. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. Three more. Reduce the activation cost of this card's counter scale by 1. Okay. 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 I don't get it. Whatever. Okay, so bang, swing at the leader. I'm confused is that it gives the impression that like I could attack more than once or something like. You know what I mean? Like it's like what is that supposed to be? Boom, boom. And then I will end my turn. So now I need him to play something so I can Vegeta. Man, that's so bullshit. Like I hate that happened. That I literally have something I'm not supposed to have. Okay, so minus 10. Minus 10k. You do it again, he dies. I wish playing an energy counted as playing. Like I could trigger my counterplay just because he played his energy. But if I'm right, I don't think that counts. Okay, I'll show you some of the cards so you can see what I'm going up against. This is a good card. I like that. Oh, that is Thor in the Dark Empire. He just looks different than I remember him. That's the alternate art. The SCPPR. So this is his energy. So you can see what he's doing. He taps 5. Replace this and this. Oh, okay. He's playing the 10 drop. Finally, he's playing my ball. Yeah! Okay, so clearly I take a damage. I know that for sure. Bang. If I'm right, this gets warped because he has black. Then I lose. Oh, wait. Oops. Sorry. Take on to play. I think I want to drop the Vegeta. Then, we do all the counterplay stuff. What do you not do? Okay, so the first effect is I take a damage, so that's why I got 1 extra card. He draws 3. Green, your opponent chooses 2 cards from the hand and discards it. So I'm discard this piece of shit. This shouldn't have been in my hand. Discard this piece of shit. Well, that's not a piece of shit, but definitely gotta get rid of it. Alright, so 2. He says something about, and then the black. So warp, I guess. So let's go add that to the warp. Right, because he and yellow. That's him. Choose the 20 points. Your opponent's cards and switch to rest mode. Yeah. So he's okay. Yellow. Everything's already rest mode. So everything got 20'd. So he's 15. I'm 20. No response. Take the hit. Or 2 from hand. So this card attacks your opponent chooses 2 cards in their hand. 2 of their particular branches. I should have stopped that attack, right? Oh well. Yeah, I'm not paying attention. That sucks. Because I could have blocked that attack. Because now I can't block it. Now I have no choice but to take it. No, I'm 20, so I'm good. Okay, no response, so bang. It's just the fact that I would have negated that attack, I would have, because he has 2 more attacks, I would have had a token. I could at least try to use the token to try to defend, but he probably would have warped the token anyway, so it's a little irrelevant, but at least I would have tried. Now he knows he has to combo if he wants to deal damage. It's nice 20. No, take the hit. A nap would be nice right now. Oh no. What would be nice would be the card that lets me. It wouldn't matter. I mean, he got game on board. I wish this would be useful. Jesus Christ. I know he starts off. So he's also 15, so he needs to deal me damage. He needs. There's a super combo. $25 quadruple strike. And yeah, that's game. That's all you needed. But I am curious, what do I get? Oh, there's the Nappa. There's the violent race. The violent race would have definitely came handy. There we go. And GG. But it's cool. At least now I know what this deck can do. Got a lot of strong effects, that's for sure. Mass Beast. Got the Ryu. Alright, shorten my hands. Real cards. Yep. No, go. I left the game. Mass Beast. It's the W. Let's see, there you go. Alright, so how long was that? 41 minutes. That should be enough. So you can see, you know, what the Gohan deck can do. This will be added to the deck profile. So you should be seeing this after the deck profile. So you can see, you know, how much, you know, damage output you could do with the deck. And it's the end of the video.